Let's get ahead with it.
Yeah, just give me one second.
Sure.
Uh, Alex, have you enabled sharing? Can
Yes.
I share my screen? Okay, so let's get into this. This is just like a sketch of the anatomy that I was thinking is right for both characters. I haven't really dived into the female character yet, but I tried to
One
keep
second.
the yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so these are just sketches that I have done for the characters, like just female and male. Female I didn't explore yet because I feel like just setting up on the male
The body
front.
structures first, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean even the clothing. If we can set it up for like the male character, we can always adapt it into the female character. We'll understand the
Okay.
aesthetic. Yeah. So here it is. These are your three costume concepts. I didn't give the second one shoes right now because I didn't know like exactly where to go with it, but I'll just walk you through it. The second one that we're seeing is like this image that we had looked at earlier, so like a little mesh thing happening, more fashionable a little bit now rather than something that's a little too futuristic. The pants, the fabric and all the textures I haven't really gone too much into because like once you like the aesthetic of it, we can develop that too. I didn't go too
Okay, sure.
extreme. You like the little straps and all that you see here. It's pretty safe. I think it looks nice and has a nice duotone happening to it. The second one is probably, I think, my favorite because it's quite fashionable. It has some futuristic elements going on for it. I was thinking there could be a way to integrate spaces colors into these like default clothing items that we're putting out. So that could be nice. I didn't do it here. I just want to know if that's something that you'd be interested in doing. So in like a female version of this, it'll be pretty much the same, except the top will get a little bit longer and the pants will be tighter, the boots will be longer, and just like some slight differences.
Okay.
The third one is quite futuristic in my opinion. Like it's like a soldier, but I think if we can play around with colors, that could be quite nice because I was thinking like if something like this were orange as well, it looked quite cool, at least to me. Show you it right now. So, I mean, if you can imagine, like, I know this looks a little bit like a Power Ranger because like the whole thing is red, but if we can have like a dark blue metallic sort of plate happening and the exoskeleton armor thing could be dark blue as well, it could look quite nice. We don't have to stick with this like military gray sort of thing. So yeah, these are
Okay.
the three clothing ideas that are developed, and you can tell me what you think about this.
Yeah, sure. I think, probably to keep it easy for you right now, and to not make it like too much confusion, because look, there's a couple of phases that are important to this that
Right.
matter to me almost the most. One is, are we able to render it in a way that it works with our creative direction and
Okay.
your suggestions? The second is, are we able to adjust it with polygon, like from the polygon, so that it actually works for our virtual world? And
Right.
then thirdly, and most importantly, can we actually use these avatars inside of our world? This is incredibly important. So things like this, great. You know what? I actually think you took my feedback exactly correctly back. Like it actually looks really good. I would say you've done a good job. Maybe just create as well the clothes that the creative director has shared,
Okay.
and then I'll just put you in touch with him to make the designs kind of a middle ground of both your opinions, because
Right.
at the end of the day, I need to follow the creative direction that he wants for our company.
Okay, sure.
Cool.
As for what you said, I think like it would have been nice to have Rory here so that he could have just walked us through it. I haven't had a chance to interface with him yet, but I think all of this is pretty doable considering that these are going to be layered upon the character anyway, and Rory is a pretty talented 3D animator. But
Okay.
as for programming and all of that, I'm sure like we'll have to. I mean, you should too actually ask like if there's I don't know, there's an agreement on this, but I do feel that this is pretty doable because I don't
Cool.
see anything that's like too render heavy as such.
Yeah, Batis, what's your main concern as far as because I have a friend that works for you actually, and I talked to them and he told me that it's going to be no problem for them to work with inside the world. So what exactly are your concerns?
That's exactly my concern, is that that we can make it possible for the avatars to be able to work inside of our world. And I'll tell you where my concern comes from, is that we have a couple of avatar startups, NFT avatar startups that we work with. And we're like, yeah, just give us, your full body avatar when you have it, and we'll get it uploaded into our world. And because they don't create the right structure for it, because they've never done this before, many problems come up. For example, there's this MetaDucks project where the feet are below the ground because of the height issue. Sometimes it floats in the sky like a mummy because they just haven't prepared it the right way. And so these are the things I want to avoid, which have a huge impact on me considering the project being done.
Okay. So who do we talk to then? Who can we talk to then specifically to make sure that we have everything done exactly to the liking, to make sure?
Who's the guy who you're friends with from my team?
Dave, remember you wanted to use him for extra. You guys didn't end up talking for some reason though. He works for the one that you guys, it's like a conflict of interest though, because remember a while back I hooked you guys up to talk.
No, I don't.
You don't remember?
Who?
Okay. Dave, remember man, you're busy. You're a busy guy. Remember, you guys, I know you guys started a conversation at first and then you guys didn't end up finishing it for some reason. I don't know why. He said it was a conflict of interest or something like that.
Can I just weigh in a little bit on what that is said? I think like the problem with, I'm sorry, I didn't wait for a yes. My bad. The problem with like those avatar creation websites or those services is that they follow a template. And a template is, well, a template. Like it can't always work. Like just, it's a base for these characters and these avatars to exist. So the amount of customization and the creative control that you are exercising on this project, you're seeing the whole process go from start to finish. There's no templatization of this process in any way. So I'm sure because the whole team is here and it's like just not a program that is shelling these out, it should be problem free.
Cool.
I think that it would be safe. I think we should talk to your developers to just, I mean, why not? What would it hurt to just make sure that we can also work with the developers?
Of course. That's the whole point. Absolutely.
Yeah. So how can we do that? When can we do that? Well, actually, you know what? Let's get the design down first, probably would be the best thing. And then we can go from there, right? Let's get the design down first. Once we start the phase for that part, we'll hook in the director as well. I mean, your developer as well with my animator, and we'll make sure it's done right. So as far as the design goes though, I mean, if we were considering that this would work perfectly within your world, how do you feel about the design right now? Do you like this?
Yeah. Which of these three do you resonate with?
I'm happy with it.
I like the second. I like the blue. I like the middle one. I think that one's really, really cool. Now, as far as your creative director, so then what do you want? You want them to kind of mesh ideas together then, Batis, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and the final version for sure. I mean, you saw what he's thinking for the avatars. I shared with you guys the screenshot. The thinking there.
Okay. So the thing is that the second one is something that I was basing a little bit off of his and like exercising a little bit more creativity on top of that.
Yeah.
I'll just paste it here. I'm sorry, this is kind of low res
because these were just rough sketches that he did at first. These
Yeah.
the directors. So
so
Yeah, but that's it.
the third one that
I
we
would
see,
actually copy that guy in the middle for sure, just as an example. But
the one with the
yeah,
V?
with the stomach out, absolutely.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I just did not know if we were,
Joe
going in
Batis, didn't you have you kind of had something like that you were showing, right? Jay, if you go back, you had something kind of a little bit, you said it was a little bit more. If you go back to your screen,
No, nothing, yeah, this one. I mean,
Yeah,
there's nothing that
right
is
up there,
close
to the
to
top
that.
left. No, to the top left. The guy right there, the gray guy, to the top left, right there. That.
Yeah,
That'd be similar?
it's a reference image. I mean, we can definitely base something off of that.
Because his stomach's showing as well. What about that, Batis? Do you like something like this, or do you just want us to copy directly what he did? What's his name, by the way, the creative director? I don't want to keep calling him
Michael Sturgeon.
Michael. Okay, so Michael. So what Michael did, you just want us to copy that then, or what do you want us to do at this point with
Probably.
that? Okay.
Probably.
Well, we need to talk
it's
to
not
him.
that it's not that I'm opposed to your guys' ideas. I actually think they're nice. I think they're actually really gorgeous.
Okay, cool.
I just think that
we need to get him in on this with us then. Is
yes,
that okay?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you guys should definitely do his clothes designs and then make your own recommendations, and it'll end up hybriding into something that you're both happy with.
I think we need to start working with him directly then together on this, and if that's okay with you. So how?
Yeah, it's just that he's not that greatly available. Like, he works very much in his own
I understand.
dungeon, and then comes out. But I for now, just copy his clothes, and then probably whenever that's happened, I'm gonna like force him to get on a call.
Okay, cool. We still have the female to do, and then we have the non-binary character as well. So what do you want?
Fantastic.
I think let's lock the male first, because anything that we're doing anyway is going to be adaptable into either styles of clothing. So it will help us, because exploring 6 ideas would be too much, I feel. No, actually more.
Sounds good.
So what's the next step then? So what are we doing from here then?
I will be rendering what the CD has done for Batis, and just fusioning it into like 2-3 versions to see which one do we align.
Yeah, and then you can show me the 3D version of the male. Then we can sign off on that, and then you can work on the different genders.
Okay, so
3D you said?
You want to see the 3D, because do you want to see the 3D model too? Because that's a second. We wanted to get the designs done first and then move to the 3D model.
I'll follow your guys' phases. Just let's get the other. Okay, all right, sounds good.
All right, Jay, are you then? Do you understand what we're gonna be doing then?
Yeah, I'm perfectly clear on that. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Batis. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye, Jay.